Hello, okay, so you are going to be doing a kettlebell workout here today. It's a whole body kettlebell workout. We're going to do six exercises. We're going to do 4 rounds of this as a circuit. You're going to work for 45 seconds of work and 15 seconds rest. If you need to take a break at any point, then please do that. You can always hit pause, come back into it. You're going to need a selection of weights. So if you only have one kettlebell, that's absolutely fine. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can absolutely use a dumbbell. So, or 2 dumbbells. What I would say is that more kit you have at home, the better to be able to play around with it. For those that have never met me before, I'm Kate. I run Club Thrive. I'm very grateful you're here. For those of you that know me very well, you're so lucky, you're in for a treat. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a little bit of a warm up. So just shake everything off to begin with. And open and close the chest. Always remembering as well, have some water to hand. Be careful of your space. Have a sweat towel to hand. You'll notice I'm not working with a mat here. I just got so fed up of tripping over my mat that I'm trying to do it without the mat today. Okay, just come into a bodyweight squat. So feet hip distance apart. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. You'll also notice that I do a lot of the strength workouts with bare feet. It's really good to be able to have those toes spread wide into the floor. Trainers, if you've got very cushioned shoes, can actually kind of stop you from being able to do that. So that's why at home I often do my workouts barefoot, but it's completely up to you. So with this squat, keep going. You're sitting down in that chair, coming up to stand, using that breath. Careful you don't thrust your hips too far forwards, so don't do that. Coming down and then standing up. So today we've got those 6 moves. You're going to do kettlebell swings. You're going to do a squat and an overhead press, an alternate leg lunge, a deadlift, an upright row, and a figure of 8. Now don't worry if you're kind of newer to exercise or returning after a break. This will make sense as we move through. Just remember working with the body in mind that you've got today. Good, just take that into a backward lunge. So make sure you've got space behind you. Stepping back, split stance, lunge, and then stepping in, changing sides. Lunge and then in, and then you can start to speed it up a little bit. If that feels okay, overhead reach at the top. So always remembering to work at the pace that you're at. And remember that every day is a slightly different day. So if you're feeling a little bit flat, just slow it down a bit. If you've got tons of energy, then go for it. Make sure you're working with the best form possible. And it's really good as well because a lot of these classes that I do for time, which means that we're not counting reps. It's a really good idea to keep a record of your own rep count so that you can keep beating it. Likewise, with the weights that you're using, be conscious of it. Go as hard as you can. Well done. Just shake that off. Wide squat here. Inhale down, exhale up. So toes out about 45 degrees. Inhale down, exhale up. So you notice my breath is a little bit raised. That's it. That's a good sign. Don't worry about that, but do remember if you need to at any point take an extra break, then you can. So keep going. Let's do 10 more seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just big circles with the arms here. Little step tap. Great job. Okay, so grab some water. We're going to move into it. First round, if you need to, just take it slightly slower. If you have any other moves you like to do before your workouts, then go for that. So we're going to start with the kettlebell swing. Okay, 45 seconds on the clock. Remember, just take extra breaks whenever you need to. Oh my goodness, very puffed already. Okay, so 6 moves, 4 rounds. All right, we're going to go in 10 seconds. I'll turn this up so you can hear the ding. So do whatever faffing you need to do now. Do the hair. Hair tying can become a real distraction. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So into that kettlebell swing. So taking the weight back and then forwards. And again, you can keep the elbows here slightly pinned in. So it's not taking the weight all the way up. Keep the elbows in. I'll try and shave from the side without bashing my wall. Just be careful of your furniture. You've got a long spine. Core is strong. Feet spread wide into the earth. I'm going to go back sideways so I don't bash my wall. That's it. So you're really working down the back line of the legs into the glutes. But you've got a lot of core strength going on here too. A lot of back work. 10 seconds. Let's go. 9, 8. Well done. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so this next one is a squat and an overhead press. So I'm going to show you with this. Go as heavy as you can without causing any injury. So you come down to a squat, you pick the kettlebell up, through the center, up and overhead. Down, middle, and up. Okay, off you go when you're ready. And just remember this one, especially if you find your breath you start to lose it, just take that break, and up. Inhale. Okay, so don't worry about the sound effects. Up to the sky. Well done. So really good, remember, if you can count your reps at the same time, keep a record of them. Each round, try to match it or beat it next time you do the workout. I've lost count, but I've got an excuse. Keep going. Okay, so you'll notice, take a break to reset your form whenever you need to. You'll notice that I do that. It's really important to do that. Okay, alternate leg lunge. So the alternate leg lunge is this one. You want to have a weight that isn't too cumbersome. So if you're going for a smaller kettlebell, let me show you this way. Hold it close. Okay, keep going. I'm just going to show you, it's for me, this weight is too big for me to hold and my form goes out the window. So if you don't have, keep going with those lunges. If you don't have a kettlebell, use dumbbells. If your kettlebells are too big or too heavy to hold to do this one, and you want to have a heavier weight, and the best way to do that is with your dumbbells, then do that. Try and show you the best angle here. That's it. That front knee stacked over the ankle. Those toes spread wide. For 3, long spine, 2, 1. Awesome. Deadlift, okay? I'll show you with the kettlebell. So, feet hip distance, tailbone going back. You've got a button on the back wall, long spine, and then coming up. Tailbone going back, coming up. Okay, keep going. I'm going to show you here, I've got to get them out, some bricks. So if you're using a big kettlebell and it's inhibiting your range of movement, carefully, don't hurt yourself, stand on some bricks so you can get bigger range. Keep going with that deadlift. I'll just show you from this side. Slightly wider stance. Kettlebell there can come down through the center. Long spine, you want to make sure you've got a long spine, no rounding through the back, no collapsing into the back, working those hamstrings, glutes, using the exhale, draw up into your pelvic floor, the abdominals, inhale, release slightly, 3, 2, 1, and rest, well done. You're coming into an upright row next, so again, do whatever you need to do. If this weight is too heavy, drop the weight, go to even dumbbells if you need to. If you have them, up and down. Otherwise, I'm going to stick with the kettlebell for this one because I said it was a kettlebell workout. So again, just make sure none of this is going into the lower back. Long spine. This is all about working those shoulders. I'm starting to find this a little bit tricky with the size of it. So remember, backing off from your ego always, right? So if the brain's like, keep going with this one because it means you're better, but your form is struggling and it's starting to inhibit you being able to get the reps in, or it's too heavy for you, take the rest, drop the weight, slow it down, whatever you need to do. Form always. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Okay, figure of 8. This is not going to be possible for me with this one, it's too big. So I'm going to drop, I'm going to use this one. So, come low squat, take the weight, feeding it through in a figure of 8. Now, if you can, remember the direction you're taking this one in now, because then you can go in the other direction. Normally, right, you go in your habit direction the first time through, and then you can go against your habit the other way. So from the side, that's low squat. Careful you're not here rounding. Take it into the legs. You're working to the abdominals here. Lots of core support going on. You start to feel it in the lower back, drop the weight, or come out, shake it off, come back in. Yes, having a great time. No tension in the face, no tension in the jaw. Whoops. Try and keep it as controlled as possible. Don't grip the floor with the toes. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome work. Okay, you're going back to the kettlebell swings. Remember, take a rest whenever you need to. It's round number 2. No harm in rest. If you're tired, you just drop back on that effort slightly, but you're here and that's all that matters. Here we go. Well done. That's it. So remember, elbows kind of stay pinned in, and it's the hip hinge. Button on the back wall, hinge it forward. Button on the back wall, hinge it. Yep. Again, careful in the effort. The rest of your body's forgotten to play ball. This is coming all the way from the ground up, right? All the way from those feet. Careful of your furniture, please. Careful of any children. Okay, good. Any discomfort into the lower back, you come out of it, you come back in. I'm just showing you different angles. You stay still. 5 seconds. 4, well, apart from doing the swings. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Oh, great job. Okay, you've got the squat and overhead press next. So you're going to try and beat the rep count from your first round, or at least match it. And if you don't, do not worry. This is just about helping you to become as fit and strong, mentally, physically as you can. Off we go. This is like my nemesis move. Down and up. Think long, tall. Oh, God. Seethingly sweaty hands. Not great with a plastic kettlebell. I really need to get some more. So see this? This is me, like distracting myself. I did need to wipe my hands. But all these little habits that we have, be wary of them, or just be conscious. Down, through, and up. Strong, strong, strong body. 4, 3, go. 2, 1. 1 rep, let's go, 1 more. Okay, it's in that moment where you dig deep and you push in the other one, extra one if you can. There's a winner. Okay, you've got the alternate leg lunge next. Or you know when you need to back off, and then you do that too. All right, alternate leg lunge. This is it with the dumbbells. This is so much better without me tripping over my silly mat. Oh, man. So this is it with the dumbbells, okay? Just because it's an extra load, I can't do it with the 20. If you're doing it with the kettlebell, you hold it close, okay? And the gaze point, you want to always imagine that your tailbone out through the crown of your head is one line, like you've got a stick alongside it. So even if you're hinging slightly further forwards, it's coming from the hips rather than an upper body rounding, okay? You're going to really open up that posture. Keep going, let's do one more on each side. Good job, last one. And rest, well done. Deadlift next. So always looking at that posture, always looking at that form. If you're struggling to hold the weight, try and back off for a bit. Get that form back. You've got your deadlift next. So feet hip distance apart, tailbone goes back, coming up. Tailbone back and up. Again, if you've got that big kettlebell like I do, these plastic ones, not as dense, you can stand on some bricks or use your dumbbells. So if you're using your dumbbells because it's giving you a heavier load than the kettlebell options you have at home, coming down and then coming up, coming down and then coming up. And you've got that slight satsuma under the chin, keeping a long, long, long spine. Great effort, keep it going. Positively dripping here, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more, and rest. Well done. Okay, you've got the upright row next. This one, if you're using dumbbells, I'm gonna keep showing you with the kettlebell. Okay, again, focusing on lifting from the shoulders rather than the elbow. I'm so sweaty. Whoa, dear. So, up, pardon me, and down, and up, and down. So, long, 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 up. Now, I'm really struggling. This is silly, me trying to do that with this 20. Let's try the 16. So this is what it's like, right, when you're training, whether you're at home or at the gym. Be realistic. I'm going to get more reps in now because that 20 is just too big for me to lift up. Physically, I can do it. It's the same as using the 2 10s on the dumbbells, but it's just too big. So you just always adapt. Okay, so from the side, up and down. So really focusing into those shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Okay, figure of 8 is next. Oh, my back today. If you've got achy back, really engage those glutes. Engage those abdominals, okay? So any lower back issues, we always want to look at those glutes, the hamstrings, the abdominals. Okay, so you've got the figure of 8. So going against your habit now, trying it with a slightly bigger one, slightly more cumbersome. Okay, now don't worry about the pace. Careful you don't bash yourself with it. Try and keep the spine as long as you can. And it's like you've got that corset on. And you want to exhale, draw up through the pelvic floor. Inhale, release slightly, and then exhale, draw up again. Let the breath flow. Don't hold your breath. Don't take it into the jaw. Face is super chill, right? And you're thinking about what you're working towards. That saving pot you're saving towards. Whatever it is, think of that as that motivation. Well done, rest there. Great job, that's round number 2 done already. We're round number 3 now, back to the swings. Flying by. Flying, great job. Whew. Okay, so just careful of your space, finding the weight you're going to use. Off we go. Now, I should have said in the first round, but if you're doing this workout and you don't have a kettlebell, you can keep going, by the way. You can use a dumbbell. It's just not as, might feel just a bit weird, unless you've got those really heavy, like 20 kilogram ones at home, or 10 kilograms or whatever it is. The weight you're using doesn't matter, remember, in comparison to anyone else. It's relative to you and your journey. The stronger you get and the more muscle you build, the more energy you burn at rest, and the more likely you are to feel fit and strong as you get older. Good for your muscles, obviously good for your bone density, especially as women, it's so important. Also, helps to give you that toned look. Well done, rest there, whilst you potentially also change your body composition if that's a goal of yours. Weights are where it is at. You really want to build that strength. Squat overhead press, oh no, my nemesis. Right, but we don't think like that, because that immediately brings our negative energy in. My favourite move that I love to be challenged by. Yes. Good, okay, so as you take the weight up and overhead, you want to try and keep that weight through your body line central. So careful you're not leaning so far back. That's how you cause those injuries into the back. This is where being conscious of your ego over the practicalities where you're at matters. Well done, you're doing great. Keep it going. 15 seconds left. Form always, okay, over pace. Unless you're super struggling. Here we go. Form does go sometimes, but you really want to back it off. Bring it back. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So that you can focus on the form. That builds the strength, builds the range of movements. You've got the lunges next, I think. Yep, alternate leg lunges. And it really helps to avoid that injury. Sometimes just take that extra rest and then come back in with one more good rep rather than 5 semi-floundering ones. Back and in. Great effort, well done. Keep it going. Long spine. So with the long spine, remember it's that hinge from the hips potentially. The gaze point, it's not completely down at the floor. It's like 40 centimeters ahead of where your toes are. So I'm looking at that 16 kilogram kettlebell. Well done. So from the front, that front knee as well, keep it as stable as you can, right? If this is wobbling, you need to slow it down. Maybe even take the weights out for a second or two. Build it back in, that's how we build strength. 3, 2, 1, and rest, well done. Deadlift is next. With your dumbbells or with your kettlebell, go for the heaviest you can use with the best form you can. Okay, I'm gonna show you with the kettlebell, coming down and then up. So careful you're not locking out the legs. There is a micro bend in the knee. Zzz, bum back and up. Bum back, long spine. 30 seconds left, let's go. Well done. Always thinking, always really appreciating where your body's at right now. Whatever it's got you through, focusing on where you're going next, not what has been in the past. That's it. You've got 10 more seconds, well done. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Great job. You've got your upright row next. Upright row. Okay, so this one, always hinge at the elbow, drive it from the shoulders. Beautiful effort, well done. Going in 3 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to show you with the kettlebell, but you can use whatever you need to use. Up and down, okay? So that upper body is staying as still as possible. The long line through the spine, gaze point is ahead. Again, if that pressure's coming into the lower back, just ease it off. Careful you're not locking out into the legs. Okay, grounding down, so really spreading those those toes wide into the earth. Driving it up with control and down with control. Up with control and down with control. 10 more seconds left. Take a rest whenever you need to. Some days as well, you'll notice that your body feels a bit less, kind of a bit more fragile, to be conscious of it, and rest there. And on those days, please don't give your body a hard time. Just acknowledge it might be tired and say, okay, I'm going to work with you today. I'm going to do what I can so that we finish or start the day on a better foot. You've got the figure of 8 next, flying through. So you're probably going to go back to the habit way now. So the way that you go instinctively. That's it. It's always good to laugh, right? Life is ridiculous sometimes, and it can be super hard. So it's important that we break out of that. And well done for being here, because it's likely you're doing that by even being here, and I'm grateful to you for doing that. Otherwise, it's just me in my living room, pile of weights, and some camera equipment. Keep going, good job. 7 seconds, 6, 5, good, 4, 3, that's it, 2, 1, and rest, well done. Beautiful effort, superb effort, well done. Okay, so we're going back, okay, back to the top. You've got the last round now, last round of the swing, so here we go. Great focus, keep it going. Good, well done. 40 seconds. Good job, driving it back and through. So careful you're not pushing the hips so far forwards. That's when that lower back starts to really not be very happy. So it is a hinge back and up. Squeeze slightly into the glutes without over thrusting. Spread the toes wide. Don't worry about the height of the kettlebell. It's a swing from the glutes, the legs, the back, the abdominals all working rather than an upper body move. Hope I'm not flicking sweat onto the back wall of my living room. 3, 2, 1, and rest there, well done. Well done, okay. Squat overhead press. Remember, before you tackle any move, if those thoughts come in and you're like, oh God, I hate this one, reframe it. Think of it as a chance to really prove your abilities. Taking it from the ground up and overhead. Here we go. Inhale and then exhale on that exertion. No rush, form always over anything else. That's it, well done. So from that side angle, again, just be careful of your habits. I do actually need to do that, otherwise I'm going to drop it on the floor. Down, through, and up. Down, through, and up. And you have the choice, right, in a workout when it starts to feel tough. You either say, okay, I'm going to try and keep going with the weight I'm using, and I acknowledge that I might do fewer reps. That's going to help me build that strength. Or you drop the weight, and just keep going with the high tempo. Let's do one more. My suggestion would be to try and get that one more rep in the really good form of the heavier weight. And just see how you go. Work to fatigue. Alternate leg lunges next. Great effort, well done. I'm going to use my dumbbells. I'll show you again for the kettlebell. So you're lunging back and back, alternate leg lunge. Glutes working here, quads. Okay, so if that's with the dumbbells, if you're using a kettlebell, hold it close. Okay, I'll show you from this angle. Hopefully you can see. Front knee stacked over the ankle. Okay, from here and then in. Take your time. It's all right, especially if you're returning to movement after injury, illness, baby, tired, whatever it is. Find that balance. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Deadlift is next. Deadlift is next. Well done. You're doing so well. You're doing so well. Whoops. Deadlift, let's go. Tell you what, by the time I set up the equipment in here sometimes, I'm just ready to sit and have a coffee. So it's always an achievement to get your workouts done. It's an achievement for me to be filming this. It's important that you recognise that. Not that you recognise that it's an achievement for me, but you give yourself that credit for being here. Okay, don't judge your efforts. You just do what you can. 20 seconds left, keep going. Slow, controlled. Careful here, you're not hunching up. Shoulders pulled down and back open into the chest. Strong abdominals. Toes spread wide into the floor. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. You've got the upright row next. Okay, this one. Doing so well. Well done. Feeling that energy, starting to decide how you want to finish your workout, starting to decide, let's go into that upright row, how that you want the rest of your day, your evening to go. Focusing on what's important for you, where you can, taking it away about how your body looks, connecting back to how you're feeling, and that over time is going to help with the appearance side of stuff. I promise it's going to help you build your confidence, your presence, your self-belief. It's going to help you with the food choices you make. Taking up the space you deserve. 15 seconds, let's go. Yep. Yes, you can. Whatever you need to say to yourself right now. Here we go. Don't slump it, don't slump it. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, let's do one more, and 1. Well done. Great effort. Oh my goodness. Okay, you've got the figure of 8. Figure of 8, we're going to do a plank, and that's it, you're done. Right, here we go, figure of 8, probably against your habit. Okay, so going in a different direction. I'm just going to ease out my lower back. Do whatever you need to do, remember? It's your workout. Just try not to check your phone too many times, any notifications pinging around. Where you can, keep it focused on your time here, your time to train. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going in my habit. Don't worry if that happens. So from here, remember, you've got that long spine. Try to avoid the knees collapsing in. You're going to try and stay as low as you can in that squat. Well done. 5 seconds. If you've ever played basketball, you'll know this one. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Take a pause if you need to. You're going to come down into one last 60-second plank on your elbows, okay? So with this one, options. Whoops, keep going, Mrs. Workout. So elbows underneath the shoulders. Don't take this into the jaw. Let's try and find the right, this way. Here we go. So if you need to, you keep the knees low to the floor. Pull up into the thighs, okay? Try to, I've paused the timer, sorry. 60 seconds from here. So from the front line here, I'll show you this way. You've got your elbows underneath your shoulders. My hands are actually quite loose. You want to avoid any tension, too much tension coming up into your face, okay? Keep the breath flowing, so you want to avoid that. But you've got to do what you've got to do. The knees are down, the knees are down. Okay, you don't want to feel any collapsing into the lower back. You want your legs to be strong. If you are recovering postnatally, please keep listening to your body. If you're getting any popping out through the belly, any pressure out through the belly, please lower your knees. If you're getting any pulling in the lower back, please lower your knees. If you're up here, please lower your knees. And if you're down there, please lower your knees. Okay, you've got 10 more seconds. Here we go, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest there, well done. Take a child's pose. Reach your arms forwards. That was so good. Well done. Okay, so just breathing in your child's pose. Send the inhale all the way into the spine. Exhale, let it go. And then walk the hands back in. Take the left foot forwards. Pressing into that front foot, opening into the hip flexor area. Reach on up with the right arm, take it over towards the left-hand side. Well done. Okay, and from here, you want to be super proud of your workout today. Whatever your perceived efforts, you made it, you did it. And you can only keep improving, like we all can, right? Well done, change sides. But also, sometimes it's just about doing the workout. Reaching up the left arm, taking it over. It's about saying, oh, God, I didn't want to do that, now I did. And I feel amazing. It's the same with work, isn't it? We put it off and we put it off, all those tasks, and then you do it and you're like, ah, I feel so good. Well done. Come up slow standing, pick up your left foot into a quad stretch. And if you need to hold on to anything, you can. So don't worry if your foot doesn't touch the heel. Heel doesn't touch your tailbone. If this is too challenging here, you can actually also do this one. Stay standing if you're standing. You can do it on the floor by pulling it in that way if you feel unsteady, resting your head down. Okay, so just change sides. If you've been lying down or if you've just come down to the floor, just change sides. Otherwise, pick up your right foot. Well done. Great effort. Really good. So you're going to come into a glute stretch now. Cross the left foot on top, sit down. If this doesn't feel very good, just come and do it on the floor. Opening into the chest. Well done. And then change sides. So if you've been standing up, you can just change sides standing up. Well done, great effort. Superb effort. Great job. Okay, coming out standing. If you're not already standing, just a little twist into the spine. Interlace the hands, tuck the chin, reaching forwards, inhale. Exhale, take the hands behind the back, open through the chest. One more, just inhale, tuck the chin, reach forward, stretch into the upper back. Exhale, press palms away, open through the chest. Another little gentle twist into the spine. Open and close the chest. Give yourself a massive pat on the back. Have some carbs, have some proteins, have some water. Have a great rest of your day, a great evening. Thank you so much for working hard. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good one, and I will see you very, very soon.